What's going on, guys? Just wanted to talk to y'all for a little bit. You know, me and Savannah, we've been having it rough lately. And I've just been very sad, hurt, just heartbroken. I just want to be honest with you guys. Me and Savannah, we've been talking for almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years May the 30th, because May 30th will be the anniversary, the day we met. And things has not really been good between me and our relationship lately. You know, I was trying to do a good show tonight and stuff, and stuff's has been going. I just been going through a lot lately. You know, just been really sad because like when you want, like, here's the thing. When you want to have a good day, it's like every time you have a good day, it's like the next minute you have a good day, and then the next thing you know, it's not as good as you thought it was. And like, I just been going through a lot lately. You know, I wanted to say thank y'all for joining on the Melvin Whiteside show, and I've just been having it rough. You know, it's like it's like the next thing I have a good day, and everything is good and fine, and everything's gonna be okay, and within me and within my relationship, and then the next thing like, stuff always happens. And I'm not saying that I don't love Savannah, and I want her to listen to this. Baby, I love you. I love you more than anything in this world. You know that. I know that there is moments where we have our disagreements. I know that there is moments where we might have our differences and our moments, but at the end of the day, I love you. I love you more than life itself. And the thing about it is, I want and the thing about it is, it's been very rough for me and her lately. It's been very rough. And I'm trying to straighten something out with me and her. It's hard. You know, so let me tell y'all a story, okay? Let me try to get into to details. Well, a long time ago, back in right after my mom had passed away or whatever, things were good for a while and stuff. I'll even get to that on the computer. So anyway, everything was good for a while. Everything was fine for a little bit. And the next thing like, stuff eventually, started to go downhill. It's like, so what started, what started, you know, started my girlfriend acting the way that she has been acting. Well, apparently, right after my mom had passed away, it was like her old demeanor changed, everything changed. It just wasn't the same. And and then she started losing, and then technically, and then next thing goes around. Well, technically, her grandma ended up dying. Stuff started to go downhill. Then you know, bam, her Papa John dies. Her demeanor starts to change again. Then comes 2025. Her grandpa dies. She started to change, and ever since then, you know, things started to, it wasn't the same after that. Maybe if I could wait a minute, if I could get my girlfriend on here, she'll explain it. Let's get her to explain the whole thing more than me, and we'll go from there. You know, let's see what we can do here. Maybe I can try to get her on the show, but it's not a guarantee that she'll join, though. This is not a promise. I can't promise y'all nothing. If I'm able to do it, I'm able to do it. If I ain't able to do it, then I'm not able to do it. It is what it is. But we'll have to see. But y'all give me a minute. Let me count. Oh, damn. It hurt my ear. Link it. Invite. I might try to invite 2 people. Maybe one person. I could, but Savannah. I'm gonna try to see if Savannah can be able to join the show. Sorry, guys. All right, it don't even look like she's going to be joining the show. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, guys, like I'll explain it. Well, when my sister, well, not my sister, but when my what was I getting ready to say? Yeah, my girlfriend. Sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So, anyways, when her grandma was alive, things were different. It's the fact that when her grandma, well, first my mom died. When my mom died and her grandma died and her Papa John died, things started to change. It just wasn't the same. And things were different. Things were different in our lives. Our relationship was different back then. And even when we first met, things were a lot different back in the day. But I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go in the other room to check on my sister. I'll be back. All right, I'm back, guys. Anyways, right after I'll explain it to you. Hold on, give me a minute. I do have things to do here in a little bit anyway, so, but anyways, right after her grandpa died, her most of her families died. Things were a lot different. If I can try to get her to explain it to you, I will. Maybe I can try to get her to FaceTime or whatever again. We'll have to see, guys. Because she's playing music and it might be hard. Unless I had headphones. Unless she already joined the show, we don't know if she joined or not. Well, we're trying, guys. Y'all give me a minute. We're trying our best. Hold on, guys. Y'all give me a minute. Well, I try to get a hold of Savannah, but she's not answering. So, well, hey guys, I'm back. Well, all right, I might go ahead and finish with what I was trying to say. I kind of want to like change it to normal. I wish I was able to do that, but I don't know, man. It ain't Halloween. Dang, man, it sucks, man. Trying to do something and can't do it. That's bad, dude. I want to like change the whole background, like kind of like change it a little bit. There we go. There we go, guys. Well, I'm just depressed, guys. You know, things like I said, I wanted to explain to what all happened. Well, a long time ago, things were a lot different in my life. When me and her, first got together, you know, it's like what I was trying to say, it's like ever since, her grandparents died and stuff, she started, like I said, like she started to, her whole demeanor started to change. You know what I'm saying? And like, ever since then it wasn't the same. And the thing about that was, let's keep that as white, but let's keep that color as white. But well, anyways, speaking about her demeanor, things were a lot different. When we first got together, me and her, we became friends for a little bit. We got to know each other for a while. Everything was good for a while. I got to know her. I'll tell you how I met her. I was 17 years old. I was 17 at the time. And, how we got together, we started becoming good friends. We were friends for a while or whatever, and then, everything was good for a while. She got to meet my mom for the very first time. God rest her soul, which my mom. And she got to meet most of my families for the first time. She got to meet my brother. She got to meet, my brother, my older brother Eric. She got to meet my older brother Eric. She got to meet Monica, but the only person that she didn't get to meet was my other sister, the one that lives with me. Like, she didn't get to meet my sister until she didn't get to meet my other sister until after my mom died. You know what I'm saying? And things were a lot different. I'm gonna tell you what my sister told me, and I'll tell y'all a story. So, speaking of a story, I was 18 years old. My mom already just died or whatever. My sister, she goes, "Would you like to live with me?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, sure, sure." So I'm 18 years old. She asks me, and because at the time I lived at 22nd and Duncan at the time. So my older sister she goes, "Would you like to live with me?" So I'm like, "Sure, sure, sure." And then at the time I had all of my stuff. I had all of my stuff and stuff at the time. And I only like I was able to get most of my stuff, but I ended up losing everything on account of my oldest brother, Eric, because he didn't pay the rent that year. And I ended up losing everything. I had a basketball. I had my championship ring, as you guys all know. I used to have it, but I ain't got it no more. I had a championship ring that I won back when I played on the basketball team. And I ended up losing that because, there was just a lot going on and we wasn't able to get it, and there was just a lot going on at the time. And then we ended up losing everything in the process. I lost, most of my movies that I had. My brother, he had plates, my mom, he had plates that was my mom's. And we ended up losing that too because, we had to, at the time we just had to move. We had to leave from over there because my mom had passed away, you know what I mean? And it was just a lot going on at the time, guys. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a lot. And, like it hey baby, I'm talking, I'm on the show just talking or whatever. So anyway, things were different. You know, I will never forget that time when my sister offered for me to live with her. And I said yes. I said yes, of course. And ever since that day, things were different in my life, and just things, started to change, and then stuff, then bam. Remember, baby? And then bam, your grandma ended up dying, right? She died. Then your Papa John died, remember? Then he passed away. Not only that he passed away, then your grandpa died. 2025 was the day he died. You know, last year. It just stuff started, the change in our relationship. You see what I'm saying? Can you hey, y'all you give me a second, guy. Y'all give me a minute. Sorry, guys. I had to mute it because my brother was on the phone making a lot of noise, and there's just a lot going on. But anyways, speaking, stuff that went on, over the years, and I think what it was, she just started to lose people that she loved, and I feel like that's how she started to change. And Savannah, you want to explain? You want to explain it? Do you want to explain it or you don't? I'm not gonna force you to explain it to them if you don't want to. I'm not gonna pressure you to do that. That's not who I am. You know what I mean? Do you want to explain it or you don't want to explain it? Y'all give me a second. Well, all right. She's sleeping. She's she's not gonna be out. Yeah. What's that? Huh? Sure. Go ahead. You want to join right now? Yeah. Yeah. My brother wants to join the show. You know, my brother. He's the host of. But yeah, guys. Like stuff were different in our lives, and you know, it just things started to change. Our family, started, dying, and it just things started, to change. My mom died. My mom died August 11th of 2021, and her grandma died. I can't remember the date. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot. It's just things started to change, and stuff went from there. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't the same. It was not the same. I mean, do I wish things was the way it was before? Do I wish my relationship was how it used to be when me and her first met? Yes, I do. I wish if I could go back in time, if I could go back 6 years of my life, if I could go back 6 years and turn back in time, the day we first met each other, the day me and Savannah first met in 2020, I feel like I feel like she would be much happier being my mom being alive. I feel like she would be more happier. She wouldn't be so sad. She wouldn't be so depressed. She wouldn't be so angry at me a lot. It wouldn't be none of that. If I could go back and change clock and go back in time and be like, hey, my mom is here. I could do it, but I can't. That's the thing. I can't. I cannot. I can't. I can't bring my mom back. I can't bring her back. I cannot bring her grandparents back. You know, it's that's stuff ain't like I cannot bring them back. Can I move forward? Yes, I can move forward because that's what they would want. They would want me to move forward. They would want me to be happy, and they would want me to live my life. Even my grandma, she would want me to live my life and move on. That's just the way it is. She would want me to live my life. She would want me to live life and just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, my advice for you guys, those of you that have grandparents, moms, dads, brothers, and sisters, love them while you still can. Because one day you may not ever get that chance. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all may not ever get that opportunity again. Guys, hug your grandma, hug your mama, hug your daddy. Because one day you won't get that one of these days you're not going to get that chance again. You're not going to ever get that opportunity again. Hug your mom, hug your dad. Just be like, Grandma, I love you. Grandpa, I love you. Mama, I love you. And cherish that moment. Because one day you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up and you're going to be like, my mom is gone. My grandma's gone. I'm never ever going to get to talk to my mom again. I'm never ever going to talk to my grandma again. I'm never going to talk to my grandpa again. You see, love your family while you still can. You see, Savannah, she lost her she lost her family. You know, she lost her grandparents, people that she loved. She can't talk to them no more. She's only got one grandparent left, which it's her mama, right? Right, Savannah?
I had two left. My grandparents, I had two left.
She has two left. Just keep in mind, guys, one day you're going to wake up and y'all are never ever going to get that chance no more. Ever again. All right, go ahead.
Please love your family, to love your mom and dad. Your hug your grandparents. If you have a grandparent, love your family, love your everything, your mom and dad. Your everything want to your grandparents. Please to love your family and your grandparents. It is very hard if you have a grandparent. Very, my grandparents, I had to hug my family. I had to hug my mom. I had to hug to my dad. I had to hug to my.
Don't lay it over there. No. Sorry. Don't lay it right there.
Yes, sir.
You had to love your family when you have a family at home.
You want me to do it this
You
like
have
that?
to, because please
Just sit
still
on the
hug
floor.
your
No, don't
family.
lay on the floor. You don't do that.
Sit over
When
here.
you have a family, grandparents to love.
Well, I'm laying it up
And
there with your pictures that you
I
have.
love my family, love my grandparents, and I love my family, and love your mom and dad, your
Yes.
grandparents, love your sister, and your
Love
brother,
people that you love.
everything.
Because
Just love.
you're one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like,
When you
darn,
wake up,
I miss them.
everything.
Amen, brother.
When I wake up,
And explain to give them advice and tell them to love their parents and grandparents, moms, dads, cousins, and brothers while they still can.
Okay. The biggest advice that I want to give to everybody: love your parents, love your enemies, even if others persecute you, even if others use you, even if others hurt you, still love your neighbors, because at the end of the day in life, sometimes we're going to go through things. People are going to say stuff to us that we ain't going to like. But at the end of the day, we still got to keep God number one, because Jesus is coming back. I believe in my heart that Jesus Christ, he's going to come back one day. And we're all going to be with God one day. And the thing about it is, we don't know the day. The Bible says, if you read in the book of, let's see, Matthew chapter 24, uh and I think it's like verse 36. Kirk, George, anybody, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but in the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 36, it says that no one knows the day or the hour of the coming of the Son of Man. Not even the angels know, but my Father only. Nobody knows when Christ is going to come back, but we know that his time is it will soon appear, and we need to get right with the Lord and read the Bible. Put our faith in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, these things are important. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we have to check within ourselves and see if we really are saved and we know Christ. You know what I'm saying? So put your faith in Christ Jesus. Because
One day it's gonna be too late.
one day those doors will one day close.
Yeah.
So
Amen.
when that day comes, be prepared, because these days these days are short here on this earth. And I want you guys to be with us on the new heaven and the new earth, as the book of Revelation talks about. One day we'll be on the new heaven and the new earth. And I want you guys to be there one day.
I mean, I want them to know this too. My advice, and this is what I want to say to both of you, all of you: love your mom, because we can't say we love our mom anymore.
No, we can't say we love our mom anymore, because my mom's been dead for. Can I tell you guys something? Our mother has been dead for about almost 5 years now, and it's been rough on us. And I want you guys to remember something, okay? You know, while we still have our families, while we still have our friends, while we still have people that we love, thank God for the things that you do have, because at the end of the day, one day it's going to be gone of a snap of a finger, and you're not even going to know when it's going to happen. So cherish the things while you still got everything, because one day you could lose it all.
Yep, we can. I can't even say I love you to my grandma anymore. I can't even say it to my granny, because my grandma's been gone for almost 9 years. It's been
But
almost 10 years. You know what I mean?
but
Our grandmother's been gone.
yeah, and the thing about it is, I want to tell everybody this. I love everybody. Y'all are very important in my life. I care about everybody. Even the ones that have not talked to me, I love them too. But just remember, God is with you. No matter the struggles, no matter the pain, no matter the hurt, we still got to keep God number one.
That's right.
And I want you guys to remember that because one day, one of these days, you know, you don't know when the rapture is going to come. You don't know when that stuff's going to come yet. But one day it's going to happen. And we all got to be prepared for that, when that finally does happen. And listen, I love you guys to death. I mean, y'all have been kind to me for a long time. The people that know me have been kind to me for a long time. And I just want to say that y'all are my family. Y'all are my friends. And despite everything, all the pain that I've went through, y'all have been there for me. And I love you guys to death. Just remember one thing. Life's short as it already is.
It is.
And we have to keep God number one every single day. And I want you guys to remember that because life, life is a number. You know what I mean? Like it could be gone in a second. But I want you guys to remember, just keep God number one. I love you guys. And I know that I've been talking about a lot of things that I've been struggling with. The hurt, things that I've been through. Deep down, it hurts. It really does. If I'm being honest, I'm dealing with the pain right now. But I want you to know something that God God never said that things was going to be easy. Because in life there's going to be pain and suffering. And we have to endure to the end when those sufferings do come, when those trials do come.
That's right.
And I love you guys to death. God bless. Love you all. Peace. Thank you for inviting me to your show. And remember, Jesus Christ is Lord. He's the King of Kings. He's the Lord of Lords. He is the only way to salvation. There's no other God but only through the Son, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey,
Thank you.
thank you for joining my show. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well. Anyways, guys, like my brother is telling the truth. He's right. I just want y'all to know that life is short. You just never know. One day we're all gonna pass away. Even I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Savannah's gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. That's just what it is. Go ahead, baby.
Your family are watching everybody and watching us, and God was watching your family over the us to the watching into the family, and because grandma and grandpa and mom and dad and sister and brother watching over us, because God was watching us, the people, watching your family, watching everything in the house, and grandma and grandpa to the everything to please hug your family, to love your family, to helping your family out, to let them to love to and your family to watch your grandma, your grandpa, your everything, and watch the everything because my grandma, my grandpa watching me over my grandma's heaven and my grandpa and everything. I want to tell you something. My grandparents. I'm sorry.
Savannah's crying a little bit.
Um, please love your family. Please, to love your family, love your mom and dad and your sister and brother, and to love your grandparents. Everything to love. I'm worried about my grandparents, and I lost my grandma and my grandpa, and I lost everything my family.
She lost her Papa John. I forgot what year though, but she lost her Papa John too.
I lost my grandpa and everything.
Before your grandpa was your Papa John, remember?
It's my grandpa, my Papa John, and my grandma. It's three. My grandparents.
She lost her grandma back. Was it in 21?
My grandma died December 14. She died 3 when she was passed away, and I lost her and everything. My grandma.
It's been almost 5 years, I would say, about 2. But no, I mean,
it's hard to lose your family and lose your grandparents and have their feeling and everything. This prayer for your family that help you and your family and pray for them to help. That's what the God's to do to help your family and your everything. Your families is watching over us, and to the families your mom and dad and grandparents and your sister and brother, everything. And we are the church, and then we are the God's person, the church, the God made to love to your family, and take your family to church and pray for them to the church, because it's hard and how to feel and everything. It's okay to sad and cry. It's okay. It's okay, because when you lost one, it's helping the God to watch over us, because God was watching us and then in the family. But the family and the grandparents are watching us as a family, because your mom and dad, your grandma, your grandpa, everything. My grandma and my grandpa watching me and my family to them to love your family.
Yeah, just love your family. Yeah. What Savannah's trying to say, just love your family while you still can, because you just never know, man. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Heck, I could be here and then I could be sitting here talking to you and then something happens to me, guys. Savannah could be talking to you and then something happens to her. I want y'all to know tomorrow is not guaranteed to nobody. And I want y'all to understand, a lot of people get the idea and they're like, oh, we got tomorrow. Oh, we have all the time in the world to get with God. And oh, we have all the time in the world to to be able to get stuff done? No, we don't. Oh, I have all the time in the world to do chores. Oh, I have all the time in the world. But what if you ain't here to do it? What if you ain't here to be able to live your life? Just keep that in mind. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to no man, no woman. A lot of people get the idea and they're like, oh, tomorrow is promised to a woman. Oh, tomorrow is promised to a man. Oh, all tomorrow is guaranteed. And I think I might go ahead and eat something tomorrow because you don't know what your last meal is going to be. I want y'all to keep in mind that we don't know what tomorrow holds. I love you guys, and I want y'all to know tomorrow ain't promised. We can be here today and gone tomorrow. Like I said, I've lost my uncle back in 2020. It was September 11th in the year 9/11. My uncle Bubby, he died from stage 4 cancer. And then it goes on. Then my aunt Barbara died, June 2nd, 2013. At the age of, she was on somewhere in her 50s, about 56, 57, I would say. She might have been about 57 years old. But just keep in mind, tomorrow's not promised. And we just never know what tomorrow holds. Let's see what I can do, Barbara. Somebody's probably trying to call. Oh, my friend's call. Hold on, let me call you back. Hi, brother. Hi, brother. Hello, brother.
Hey, Melvin.
What's up?
I gotta talk to you.
Sure.
And me and you are gonna have a little chit chat.
Sure, why not?
Seems like you want to chit chat.
We're back. I'm so sorry, guys.
I actually decided to come back. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience.
Well, a friend of mine.
I was gonna leave the show, but my brother.
I did something I wasn't supposed to.
My
do.
brother did something that he wasn't allowed to do. So
without consent.
So let me think. Well, I mean, the one thing I want to say about the show today is that I'm blessed, and I thank God, for for everything, for being here, for allowing me to be able to breathe. It's just that breath of nature that God gave that I'm really blessed, of having. You know what I mean? It's important, to keep God number one. And to me, God is, my only shepherd. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to say another thing, while I'm on here live. This is my brother's show. I thank him for having me and everything. And like it's awesome. It's awesome to have a brother who who is your twin. You know what I mean? You don't really see that every day. If I'm being honest, yeah.
Yeah, his brother is the champion.
He's the real champion. He's
show him the belt. Show him who I am.
He is the arm wrestling champion, the real champion. He is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world right now.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to come out and get my brother and win that title, feel free to put that on the line. I'm ready for that, baby. From my brother.
Yeah. Did they see it well? Wait a minute. Did they see it well? Yeah, they might see it well now. Look. There's your champion, guys. I'm going to show you who I am. That's who I am.
So, I want to say something, okay? Thank God, thank God for another day. If y'all got any prayer requests or anything, let me know. And I'll definitely will pray for you. Because within my nature, you know what I mean? I like praying for other people. I want people to get closer to God. I want people to know Jesus Christ.
I do too.
That he is the only gate that we really need.
Yeah, he's the only gate to salvation.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to salvation.
It's not through anybody else, but only through Jesus Christ.
It ain't no other religions.
It's not. You don't get to heaven through Buddha. You don't get to heaven through Muhammad. You don't get to heaven through any other religion. There's only one true God, and that is Jesus,
who died and rose
again.
Yeah.
On the third day.
He did.
When Christ said that he was the resurrection and the life, he is the only resurrection and life. And that's what it says in the book of John, chapter 11.
Yeah.
And that always resonates within my heart. And I always keep that in my heart at all times.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Keep God number one.
Yeah.
And
sorry for the inconvenience,
And sorry.
I didn't ask permission. He told me. Well, me and him had a chit chat, and he told me to ask permission.
Yeah.
To be able to, because I tagged him.
He tagged
his girlfriend into something I shouldn't have never done.
Yeah. Just don't do it again, brother. All right, come here.
Heck, I made a mistake.
This is my brother. He'll always be my brother
till I die.
Until the day I die, no matter what, he'll always be my brother.
Look, I have photos of him when we were kids. Somewhere, I think. Go get him a photo of us when we was children. We've had smiles together. We had fun and everything. Go ahead and say something.
Oh,
I muted it.
as I was saying, I keep a lot of photos. You know what I mean? I got every photo that you could think of from me, from other people that I've been around. I got photos of them.
Yeah, this is me and my brother when we were kids. That's me in the green shirt. That's my brother. It's been almost 20 years, hasn't it? It's probably been like was it been 13 years ago?
It's
Almost
been
14 years ago?
yeah, it's been a very long time. Uh, let me talk about the things that we went through when we were kids.
Yeah, pause that. Shut the door. Yeah.
Mute again.
All right.
All right. Sorry for the distractions. It was just that my brother, his girlfriend
Was calling. Yeah, she was calling me. Ain't that right, baby?
and crap, I'm out of breath. Dang. I feel like a dump truck just hit.
Yeah, tell them what we've been through when we were kids.
Okay. When we were younger,
Like 2012, 2011.
me and my brother, when we were kids, we used to get into a lot of fights when we were younger.
I remember when my grandma, she would say,
I remember one time when me and my brother used to fight when we were kids. I remember my mom and my grandma, she said, this is a true story. I remember I was wearing my uniform. And when I was wearing my uniform, right, I remember my mom, she was saying, like, she said, my grandma said, Sherry, these two boys are fighting. And we used to we used to get into a lot of trouble together.
I remember when I would pester him, and he would do that. And every time I would pester him, he'd be like, "Get off me."
Yeah, every time. Yeah, I would get irritated at Melvin because the stuff that he used to do to me when I was a little kid, I would be like, "Get off me, leave me alone." Because I did not want to be bothered. You know what I mean? When I was like a kid, very young as a kid,
a young kid.
One of my greatest memories that I will never forget was when my mom took me to the doctor's office, and my mom, she would, go get us medicine.
When we were sick.
When we were sick, she used to, when we would have problems. I remember I used to have drink ginger ale and stuff like that because my stomach would be upset, and I would take Pepto-Bismol. And when I used to take Pepto-Bismol and stuff like that, it would work for a little bit, of course, because it would settle in my stomach. But when I was mixing Pepto Bismol and ginger ale, when I would drink it, I would eventually, after I would eat like the graham crackers and the goldfish crackers. Y'all remember like the goldfish crackers and stuff like that, right?
If y'all was in our time, period,
Yeah, if you was in our time period, you know what I mean.
if you guys grew up the same,
If we grew up in a similar aspect where your mom had done stuff for you. Well, basically, I remember, I used to drink and eat goldfish crackers and drink Pepto Bismol, and I would get sick. And I didn't do that no more. Thank goodness I did not do that no more because I was bad.
Oh, another thing, I think it was around, was it 2011? Like, might have been. Tell them about that time when about our friend when we were kids, like back when we was in elementary school.
Talk about when we was which one?
That time when we ate candy. Remember?
What about candy?
What about candy? You remember Jasmine was only able to eat sugar free.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember back a long time ago when we would get candy from like Halloween, Valentine's Day.
I forgot what grade we was in.
I forget exactly what grade we was in. And I remember
might have been the third or fourth. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember, like our friend Jasmine, like she had, she's a diabetic, you know what I mean? She still is a diabetic to this day. Hey Jasmine, if you hear me, I love you, buddy.
We love you.
You're my best friend. You know what I mean? You always will be my best friend no matter what.
I love you, best friend. I love you, old friend. I love you.
And even though I remember I used to pick you up, I used to literally pick you up with my own bare hands, like kind of like a baby and stuff like that. You were like, ooh, he's strong.
Those were the days.
Man, those were the good old days. That's something I never really forgot.
I miss all of our friends.
I miss Andrew. I miss a lot of the people that I grew up with.
Andrew Turner.
A lot of the people that I grew up with, and I was blessed for
Timon. There was
Timon.
Quayshawn,
Avion. Well, when we were kids, we used to do a lot.
I will never forget that time when Avion, when we were singing Drake Over.
Yeah.
And he would, and I think we in the cafeteria when we were singing that?
Yeah. That was the worst. Hey, I encourage you never to do that. Never sing Drake Over in the cafeteria.
And I want y'all to encourage children, don't do it.
Do not do it. Do not do it because
you might get in trouble by your teacher.
You might get in trouble by your teacher.
Let's spread a message to Miss Harden, okay? Miss Harden, we love you.
We love you, Miss Harden. And also, thank you for all the times that you ever taught us things
when we were kids,
when we were younger. Like you were one of our best teachers. I knew I messed up. I knew that I've done wrong. I knew that I've done a lot, and I'm gonna own up to everything that I've done, and I'm not even proud of them.
Miss Angela Harden, I wanted to say that we're sorry for what we've done.
Miss Angela,
Miss Harden,
we're sorry for everything that we've ever done throughout our lives. I'm sorry.
And Miss Donnelly, and also Miss Donnelly.
And Miss Donnelly, I'm sorry for everything that I've done. Like, I'm sorry that I fractured your leg. It was bad. It was wrong, and I shouldn't have never done it.
We were just kids.
I was just a kid, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
My brother, he's crying.
I'm sorry.
We was just, we were young.
I was young, and
We was just, you know.
I was just naive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when you're younger and stuff like that, you do a lot of naive things. You know what I mean? You get in a fight, you hurt people, you hurt the people that you don't even mean to hurt. And I'm very sorry about everything that I've done. I wish I could change it, but I can only move forward through the grace of God. And that's all I can really say.
You know, we've grown up.
We've grown up now. I'm a big boy now. I'm not I'm not a kid no more. I'm not a teenager no more. Those days
Are over.
are over. Even though I wish I could go back, being a teenager, and if I knew the things that I knew now that I didn't know back then, boy, I wouldn't have never made the mistakes that I did.
Yeah, my brother, he refused to do his work when we were kids. You know, when we went to Kenwood Elementary. That was our school.
Back in Kenwood Elementary, um,
I think I started in 09. It was 2009, wasn't it?
yeah, the year of 2009. You know, it was something that back in 2009, I used to get into trouble. You know what I mean? I wasn't the greatest kid. You know, I don't think anybody was the greatest kid. And I used to be destructive, destroy, cabinets, throw paper on the ground, and I used to do a lot of things.
We graduated Kenwood in 2014. It was 2014.
Yeah.
We were 11 years old.
Yeah. And like I made it this far. You know what I mean? I made it. I thank God that I made it. You know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. And that's all I can really say.
Yeah, it's been 12 years since we graduated,
Yeah, it's been 12 years.
Since we graduated, Kenwood Elementary School. And I think it's been longer. I think it's been longer since we've been in Oklahoma. It was Oklahoma.
Yeah. It's been
I went to two. I think we went to two elementary schools.
Yeah, we did.
I went to two elementaries.
Yeah, we did.
Two middle schools.
Yeah, two middle schools, and
I think he went to like how many high schools?
1, 2. Crap! Oh man, you gonna get me thinking now? 2 high schools. Well, I went to Central High School.
Yeah, I went there too.
3. I went to Central High School. I went to Iroquois, and I went to Western High School. You know what I mean? Like
we went to 3. Actually, went to. I think I've only went to. So I would say. Yeah, actually, I went to 3 high schools too. I went to Benet School.
Benet School. Yeah, my brother, he went to Benet School.
Yeah, because I had a bad behavior issue.
My brother, he had a really bad behavioral issue.
So they were like, well, I'm gonna just ship you to Benet. You won't be allowed to be at Central no more.
Yeah. I mean, I will say one thing too, that I got kicked out of if I'm being honest.
He doesn't really want to talk about it.
I actually do want to talk about it. I'm not scared to talk about my story now.
You want to go ahead and talk about it?
Okay. So my story from Central High School. This was when I was 14. I had my hair shaved, and one of the things that I really remember personally in my mind is that let me think. Well, there was I had a really good time at the dance. I mean, at the dances and stuff like that I went to. Well, I remember one time there was a Halloween dance, and I will never forget that day.
I think it was around October. Well, yeah,
it was somewhere in October
it was somewhere in October
of 2017.
of 2017, and there was a girl that I really.
You go ahead and expire your bathroom.
Okay, sorry. There was a girl that I felt and I kind of really liked, and I was like, man, I wanna take this girl out to see if she'll like me. You know what I mean? Her name, I don't really talk about her that much, and and well, this girl, you know, what I mean, I got kicked out or whatever. Her name was I don't really speak about her name. Her name was Trista, and October, I think it was October 17th. I think, you know, me and her kind of talked a little bit. We weren't in a relationship or nothing like that. You know, we didn't click, so to speak. And, you know, well, basically, if I can recall, I remember it was gym time, and I remember I used to go for a walk, and one of the things that I remember perfectly well is that I remember I walked there, and I remember when I walked there, I would walk with her when it was time to do activities. You know, like how you get like your activities, and they have like the exercise and stuff on the board and things like that. So when it was time for us to go for a walk and run, I would go outside. And I remember I would talk to her friend, and me and her would race. She only beat me just by a hair. She only beat me this much. She didn't beat me by that much. She only beat me by that much. I was fast, but I was like,
He was just out of breath.
I was so out of breath.
He was like
trying
man.
to literally catch up to her.
He was like, man.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
why would I run knowing that she beat me just by that much? And I think she was like she did race. I don't know what she would do, but
Did she do track?
Track or something. But she beat me, and she defeated me, and and you know and another thing too, you know, the one thing I never really forgot, you know, see, you know, the thing about it is, you know, like I would talk to this girl a lot, you know what I mean, Trista, you know, when I would try to get to know her, you know what I mean, because I thought she was beautiful
At the time.
At the time, and well, the next thing you know, I remember like it was yesterday. I remember I would walk places, right? And let's see. I remember I would be at the gym, you know, like this was like probably days later. I don't know. I can't even remember anymore. Uh well, basically I remember I would sit down on the bench, and I remember I would she would, you know, like she would go to the bathroom and everything. And I remember one of the things that she would do, she literally would lean on my shoulders like, well, like a pillow and stuff like that. I was like, huh? You know? But I also remember that part that she did, but I also remember like one of the things I remember is that she basically, you know, like I remember one time when we was at the gym, she basically turned me in, you know, like, well, before she turned me in or anything like that, basically when I went up there, I was confessing my feelings because I liked it the girl at the time. And well, come to find out, you know, like one of the things that really did hurt me is that she when I told her about my feelings, I was like, wait, you know what I mean? And
And you know, like because I remember I confessed in my feelings, and I just really liked the girl, and I just told her that I loved her. Oh, why did I say that? Why did I say that? Oh man, live. I told her that I loved her. She just walked away. And well, the messed up part about it that I really hated is that she turned me in, to the cops and stuff like that. And I went to court, and I was at juvie. I was getting ready, I was getting in trouble and stuff like that. All because I literally wanted to ask her out to the dance
Yeah.
because I liked her. So
Did you? How many times did you text her?
I can't even remember. I can't even recall.
Was
We did text, but I just can't even remember like the stuff. I don't really care.
it was in the
It
past.
was in the past about the text. I forget about it. But if I do talk about it, I'll talk about it one day if I remember any of it. But so basically, I had to go to court October of 2000 and
October 31st.
October 31st, 2017. I was standing in front of the judge, and one of the things I remember is that the mom was there. My mom was defending me all because all because of her turning me into the police. And I was only trying to just ask her out to the dance because I liked her. All right. You hear me, guys? So, uh, well, um, it was tough going to court. I didn't just go to court one time. I went twice. And
When we were 16.
when I was 16, one of the things I remember, like, and plus, like, this has happened not even too long after I wrote her. So basically, I remember um, when I was 16, I wrote her on Facebook, and I commented on one of her posts and was trying to express to her about her photo. And I shouldn't have done it because when I went to court the first time, they looked at me and said, if you go within 500 feet away from her, they will come to your house and lock you up. I broke it. I broke what was told to me. And the next thing you know, I did it. I ended up writing her when they told me not to do it because that meant no contact, nothing. But I broke it. So I went to court at 16, and they took me to court again. I saw her there again, and this was the very last time. The man, he came to me and he said to me plainly, he said, Marnolis, if you do this again, I will, because what they did, when they did the second time, they came and locked my mom up. They came and arrested her because of what I did and stuff like that. So basically, I ended up going to court, and then I remember the guy, he said to me that if I do this again, that they had no choice, they will have no choice but to come and arrest me and take me to juvie.
I remember they were knocking at the door. They were like, boom, 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 boom.
They said,
sheriff's
office, and they came and arrested my mom. I was the worst.
Dang.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
And they came and Mel, can I finish?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Well, basically, I remember the man. He said, if you do this again, I will come and arrest you and stuff like that, and you will go to jail. So basically, that spooked me a bit. I was really, really scared. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm going to get arrested?
We was just 16.
I was 16. I was scared. Okay? He told me about this big guy. He was like real heavy. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I don't want to get close to this big guy. I don't want to get hurt. You know, I was like really scared. I don't want to get caught up into that. So I never did it again after that. So there you go. That is the end. It's over. It's done with.
God brought you through that.
God brought me through that. You know, I got a huge testimony on everything that God brought me through. I'm blessed that I don't drink alcohol no more. I don't smoke weed no more. I don't, like I used to. I don't get into, the fist fighting like I used to. I don't get angry at people and yell at them and stuff like that because that's not even within my nature. I don't do that stuff no more. I've changed. You know what I mean? Like I may do stuff that I may fall short and I might make mistakes because I'm human. Because a human being makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Romans 3 verse 23, it says, for all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of God. Nobody's righteous before God. You know what I mean? I could, you know what? Let me just go out here and just expose myself, okay? I'll tell you everything that I've ever done in my life. Let's start with this one. When I was younger, when I used to watch pornography a lot. I used to get into fights. I nearly killed my brother.
Who was 17?
When I was 17.
He almost killed me. Like I don't even want to show the scar. Honestly,
I don't really like the scar on his forehead. I nearly killed my brother when I was 17 and stuff like that. I could have went to jail, you know what I mean? Because I nearly killed my brother at 17. And I also remember I remember the relationships that I would do. I don't even want to talk about that part, but I will say this though. I will expose myself on this. I'm not proud of not being married. I'm not proud of having sex without even being married. I'm not even proud of that. I wish I could have done better. I wish I could have done the right thing. I want to tell everybody's family that knew what I've done. I'm very sorry for what I've done. I'm very sorry for all the pain that I've ever caused them. I'm very sorry for all the things that I've done. I'm not proud of it. And I love you guys. Y'all are my family. Were like family to me. Y'all still are like family.
Y'all are my fans too. You
George, you're like a brother to me. And I'm sorry for everything that I've done, man. If I could go back in time and fix everything that I've done, I would.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, man. Let me give my brother a hug. He's crying. Give me a hug. Come on. gonna be okay. You hear me? It's gonna be okay. God's got you.
Kim, I want to say this to you. I'm sorry for what happened that night. It was the worst. I should have waited. I should have waited. But I loved your daughter a lot. And I still love her. If I'm being honest, she was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you guys. But it's in the past now. I let it go. I love you guys. If y'all were here right now, I would give all of you guys a hug.
Including millions of fans around the world.
Including millions of fans.
Trillions.
Well,
My fans.
Well, Melvin's fans. They're not even my fans.
That's his fans. Trillions of fans that are watching at home.
Who are you? Ronnie Coleman or something?
Well, and I'm not Ronnie Coleman, so.
You are not Ronnie Coleman.
Let's spread a message to Ronnie Coleman. Tell Ronnie Coleman.
Hey, Ronnie Coleman. My brother, he just likes wrestling and stuff like that.
I love your videos too, Ronnie. Big Ron. You're one of my favorite bodybuilders. I just wanted to say thank you for inspiring me to be a bodybuilder. And we love you, dude. We love you, man. I'm going to say something. Yeah, buddy! They say something. Wait, what? I said, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
That's Ronnie Coleman's line. I like how he says it. Yeah, buddy! That's
Sorry, my brother is humorous. He's funny.
I love Ronnie Coleman too, so I'm sorry. I love bodybuilding. I can't help it.
My brother, he can't help bodybuilding. But I love you all. I want you guys to know that y'all are family to me. Every one of you that I know will always be family to me, no matter what happens. Even when I die one day, y'all will be my family always in my heart. Forever, forever and ever.
Yep, YouTube is my home. It's my home too. I just wanted to say I love you too. I love you all too. My brother loves you too.
Yeah. Guys, thanks. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being there. Bye. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Fancy talking with you. I'm done.
Maybe we could do one more before I leave. Maybe we can do a cat and let's bring the cat in here. I know it might sound weird. Let's bring the kitty cat. Maybe get a hat or something. Bubbles! Where's our baby at? Come here. Can I lit it up? Let me lit it up. See what she can do.
Oh no, Melvin, come on!
Pinata. No bubbles. Let's lit it up right now. Big bubbles. It's giddy up, horsey. It's bubbly bubble. Looking right up. I love you, man. Love you, man.
I love you too.
Bubbles has got a hat, guys. He's a cowgirl.
Yeehaw! Giddy up, girl. Hey, Bubbles. Bubbles. Hey.
You're a cowgirl.
Meow. Meow.
Yeah. Quit, Bubbles. Quit. Well, we love you guys. This is the cowgirl. Like and subscribe. Leave the comments below. She wants to say bye. Real bye. I'm Bubbles. Giddy up, horsey. Real. I'm a cowgirl. Bye. Like and subscribe. Bye. Bye-bye. Let's fix her hat. Quit, Bubbles. Quit doing that. Say bye.